box series. So you're on 2 springs, 2 heavy springs, because you want to keep the carriage closed. You're going to use your bar as well. So first thing you're going to need to do is have a push your feet into the straps. The guy in the aisle feet towards your face and your waist be tension on the straps. So you can't have people like this, because when they go around their legs that are like that, it's just not a good look on anyone. So you want them sitting back, and you want their feet kind of flowing from off of the spring. So you don't want their feet down here. You want them away. You're actively pushing out as they're holding onto the springs. So for round, which is the first of short box stands, you're going to have them place one hand on top of the other in front of their stomach, and they're keeping their hand on their stomach the whole time. Now, you're going to hinge slightly forward and create a capital C with your spine. So we're not decompressed again. We're thinking elongating, like we're trying to bring our toes towards our nose, but pull our stomach away from our thighs. Now, maintaining this position, they're going to tuck their tailbone, and then they're trying to get their butt cheeks to reach towards their heels on the way down to try to get their low back onto the mat. Now, if your low back doesn't have hip, that's okay. And then you're thinking of pulling your belly button towards your spine to lift up through your core, not use your legs. Your legs are there for support. They're not supposed to be doing work. Your core is supposed to be doing work. So I like to say, pull your stomach away from your hands, but keep your hands where they are. It's not this, it's this. You're being sucker punched in the stomach as you roll back, and your butt towards your heels, make your butt disappear. And then round, grow taller as you come forward. Create that scoop. Keep that elbow C. Tuck that tail. Roll it back. Make your butt disappear. Use your core to lift all the way up. You will see people all the time in class that are like this. We're not trying into a straight line. We're trying to keep lifted in that capital C the whole time as you come back and come forward. You may never be able to get your low back onto the box. That's okay. I would rather that than for you to use your core to come up than for you to hinge up like fucking Dracula because you're using your feet and not your abs to come up. So that's round. And we want to make sure that their shoulders aren't like this and they're not double chinning like this. This is not good. When I say chin to chest, everyone in class goes like this. Not our neck. So think of an apple underneath your chin, and you're elongating over the apple. We're trying to hold the apple there. You're not smushing it. You're not making applesauce. You're just trying to hold it there to create a long neck. But look, my chin is still chucked and tucked to my chest. And then you round back. Tray table down with a soda that was empty. And then go taller through the crown of your head as you come forward. So the setup for straight is a little different. You're anchoring your hips onto the box, and your bar is going to go in front of your forehead. So not back here, not here, in front of your forehead. Now, the second anything, your arms are straightened, people start doing this. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to find length through their shoulders, not through here. We're trying to find length through your side body. So a way I like to cue that is keep your armpits reaching towards your ribs. Squeeze your butt cheeks together and slightly try to hover off the box. Now, you see how much taller I get here? Now, holding this connection, pulling your abs in, hinge back to a 45-degree angle. And then use your core to come back up. See how my shoulders aren't in my ears, my abs are engaged. I'm only going back to 45. We'll talk about that in a second. And then I'm anchoring my hips, but lifting my butt cheeks up to grow taller as I come through. Pilates is all about length. How can you lengthen the body? So we lengthen the body by putting space between our ribs and our hips as we hinge back. Keeping our gaze forward, neck is long, grow taller, pull your stomach away from your thighs as you come forward. So that's straight. What you will see is this, good. Okay, so and this. People flinging themselves forward. So one, we talked about it. Armpits down by your hips or shoulders in your pockets is a cue that I use here. Now you're taking up the entire width of the bar. Now squeeze your butt cheeks together, hover, pull your abs towards your belly button. Then hinge back. So if you keep this connection, if your armpits are reaching towards your hips and your belly button is reaching towards your spine, going back any more than 45 really does not feel good. It really hurts. You're only going back to 45 because if you go back too far, like this, at a certain point, your abs will let go and you will no longer be using your abs. You'll be dumping into your quads. So it's not about massive range of motion. It's not about how far we can get back, because guess what? I can get back all the way, but guess what? I'm going to use my quads to throw myself back up rather than actually doing what the exercise is meant to do, which is work your core and your spine. So make sure they're anchoring their hips and their feet are for support. They're not hinging up, and again, like fucking Dracula, to come on up, okay? So after that, they go into side to side. You will see side to side taught differently through every goddamn certification program and certification person. Everyone teaches a little differently, so I'm going to tell you how I got taught. So you're going to hinge slightly forward, the bar is above your head. Now you're kind of pitched into the wind here, you're squeezing your butt cheeks. Now you're going to take the corner of the bar and reach it towards one side of the room as you anchor your opposite hip. It's more about height, not bend. So we're lifting to reach that bar towards that side of the room. And then come center. Anchor your hips, pull your abs in, grow taller through your spine. Reach your head and your shoulders go with you. Oh, that feels so good. My back just cracked. And come center. And reach, pull your stomach in, shoulders away. Find length, reach taller and longer. Come center. Crown your head to your ceiling as it comes and reach. Come center. So things you will see people do. They will start, as they reach in, focus on bend rather than length. So you'll see this. A couple more. Their hip is completely coming off because they're trying to bend here, and that's not the idea. We're trying to anchor this opposite hip down. Your hips never leave the box, and you want to think giant candy cane here, not C. Now, another thing you'll see people do is the distance between their head and their arms will change because they're not moving their torso, they're moving their arms. So they'll do this. Okay? Your whole body comes with you on this exercise. And then you'll see people start hinging back as they reach. The bar comes behind them and they start leaning back. You have to have them pitching into the wind. Reach. Reach here, sink that opposite hip in, pull your abs in towards your spine. Come back center. Grow taller as you reach, lengthen that side body. We're working your obliques here. Come center. And then row the boat. This is considered optional, and I'm totally missed it in the part of the sequence that actually comes before. So I decide row the boat is one I like to do for a stretch. So the bar will come forward. You're lifting from your hips. You're creating a giant C curve with your spine as you round down to bring that bar to your ankles, and you're letting your head, neck, and shoulders go. Now, you're in this position. You're pulling your stomach away from your thighs. You're going to shave your legs with the bar. You're going to start to straighten your spine as you shave your torso. Head comes up. Arms follow. Pull your stomach away from your abs as you dive forward. Let your head, neck, and shoulders here go. Take this stretch, put your low back towards the opposite side of the room as you lift up. You can grow taller through your side body as you dive forward. Rounding back up. 4, 3, and there. Then you decide to side, you're going to do twist. So twist is all about anchoring the hips and using your core to twist, not using your arms to lead your body. So think of twisting from your ribs and your core here. So bar goes in front of you. Anchors are hips. Holy shit. Hips are ankles. Anchor. You're going to pull your stomach in and up, and then you're twisting from your core. Turning your chest towards the opposite side as you sink your hips even harder into the box and come center in that twist. And then you're going to grow taller through your side body, squeeze your butt cheeks together, twist towards the opposite side.
So I'm going to take this for a moment.
And then come center. It's a controlled movement. If a little cheat on this is if people's feet start moving like this, you know they're moving from their hips because they're pushing one leg forward in order to move from their hips. Another thing you will see people do is they will lead with their arms and not take their torso with them. So they're like this. And they're like yanking their body over instead of using their core to twist, and their spine. We're trying to twist your spine here to get full rotational mobility. So if you're not using your spine, you're using your hips. So we want to make sure they're isolating their hips and core. Another cue I like to use is wring your torso out like it's a sponge. You got to wring all the water out, all the water out, all the water out. And then come center. I will spot this by actually helping lift the bar up as they twist to come center. And then you're going to place the bar underneath your legs. And I have to make sure I'm still recording because this likes to shut down on me. So
pick your head up.
Now we're going to go into a tree. One foot is going to stay on the strap. So I'm going to start with the left foot on the strap, and you are scooting your ass all the way back in the box. This foot is flexed and you're not just laying the fuck out. During Pilates, no body part is just straight chilling, right? Everything is engaged and active. So you're going to push back. You're going to bring this knee into your chest, and you're going to bring this thigh to your chest. You're going to kick your leg forward for 3, 2, 1. As you're doing this, your spine is lifted straight. You're not here. You're not rounded back. You're pulling your leg in towards your spine and straight. On the third one, you're going to walk your hands up your leg as far as you can. It can be to your ankles. It can be to your thighs. It can be to your calf. What I don't want is you holding onto your knee or behind your knee. So pick a spot. Then I like to take the butt cheek of the leg that's reaching and scoot it forward. This way my hips are squared towards the center of the room. Now you're going to flex your foot. And you're going to keep your leg straight, but bend your elbows to bring your leg as close to your body as you can. Now, once you're here, round your spine, pull your stomach away from your thighs. You're going to round back like we did at the beginning. You're going to plant your foot onto the ceiling. And then you're just going to hold here. And then you're going to soften as you come forward, rounding your spine. But at the last second, when your leg hits parallel, you lift into a straight spine. So, curl your chin to your chest, pull your leg by bending your elbow but keeping your leg straight. Pull your stomach away from your thighs as you rock back. Plant your foot onto the ceiling. And then rock to come forward. Straighten your spine at the end and then switch legs so you can see on both sides. So I imagine I did the limb bring, scooting the butt forward, bending this leg, bending my elbows to bring my leg. You're trying to fold in half like a book here. You're trying to get as close to your thigh as you can. Now pull your stomach away from your thighs, round back. Now you're trying to find the split here. So even though you're rounding away from your leg, you're still taking your leg with you and rounding to come forward. A big thing with this is people's shoulders really start creeping up to their ears. So pull your armpits down towards your hips and rock back. Put your foot on the ceiling, pull that leg with you, and then rock to come back up. And that is short box series. All in all of it. So many fucking exercises.